Would you like to take 26 weeks off every year and still make the same amount of money? You might be thinking that's got to be too good to be true, but I promise it's exactly what I'm going to be sharing in this short video. It's easy, your patients will love it, and we're starting right now.
And now, Amazon #1 best-selling author, Dr. Tom, the Gyms Guy, Orent.
No matter how passionate you are about dentistry, the same routine for decades, it can lead to burnout. I've created this mini-series on burnout to help you mix up, inject some fun, change it up a little bit, keep the flame burning bright instead of burning out. Today's antidote to burnout, episode number 2, is how to take 26 weeks off per year, make the same and maybe even more money, and make your patients happier along the way. The scheduling secret I'm about to reveal will be crystal clear to you by the end of this short video. Gem number 6, bankers' hours don't build dental practices. One of the issues that hurts the growth of dental practices is the lack of patient-friendly hours. Not offering early mornings and evenings and weekend hours, it limits the number of new patients who are willing to schedule, as well as the existing patients who are comfortably able to schedule needed care. This scheduling secret allows you to offer a wider range of early and late appointments 6 days a week, while actually working the same or less total hours. You'll be able to do this by crafting 2 different weekly schedules. Gem number 5, the 2 least productive hours in dentistry. Any guess when they are? If you said that one of them is probably right after lunch, you are right. That one was easy, but what's the second least productive hour in almost every dental practice's schedule? Take a moment to think about it. It's the hour right before lunch. Why? Because nobody wants to miss lunch. Whether you or your team is purposely scheduling just a little bit lighter right before lunch, or maybe they're just focused on wrapping up right on time so they don't miss it. The hour right before lunch, it's often less productive, but there's an easy fix. Gem number 4, theory of the straight 6. In my practices, each doctor scheduled 6 straight hours and no lunch break. Thus, the straight 6. Doctor and team grabbed a snack or whatever they could when time permitted. We found, as most practices do, when they use a straight 6, it was even more productive than the 7 hours with a lunch break. There's even a version of this called the straight 7, in which you schedule 7 straight hours with no break. I ran the straight 7 in order to cut back from 4 days to 3 days and still maintain the same productivity. One caveat: whether you're using the straight 6 or the straight 7, check with your HR attorney to make sure that it's legal not to schedule a meal break in your state. That said, my team loved this schedule, as they were able to come in an hour later or leave an hour earlier, as you'll see when we look at the scheduling examples in just a moment. Gem number 3, work less while giving patients more options. When we look at the example of the 2-week flip-flop schedule in just a moment, you'll see that I'm available Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week, but I'm only working 3 days in week 1 and then 3 days in week 2, the other 3 days. We're able to accommodate patients who need any day of the week, 6 days a week, just not all in the same week. Before we finish, I'll share the exact words that my team used in order to avoid letting patients know that we're only working 3 days a week, since they already think that we have it too easy. If you're finding this helpful, I'd appreciate it if you could share this video with just one other dentist. And it would be amazing if you could click the like button so that I'll know to do more videos just like this one. Gem number 2, Alan's flip-flop schedule. My thanks to Alan Thornburg, my close friend and colleague, who introduced me first to this concept that I call Alan's flip-flop schedule. Don't get caught up in whether you do 3 days or 4, whether you do the straight 6 or the straight 7, if you choose to take lunch or not. All of those variations will still work. The cool thing about the 3 straight 7s is, as you'll see in this graphic, it allowed me to remain as productive in 3 days as I had been in the traditional 4. As you can see here, I'm available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just never in the same week. So we break it into a week 1 schedule and a week 2 schedule. Week 1, I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The genius in this is that since the following week we don't start until Thursday, we're actually taking 7 days off straight every other week. Heck, even if you modified this and worked 4 days a week, you're still getting a 4-day long weekend every other week, 26 times a year. But frankly, if you deploy it as shown, I'll bet you could get used to taking 26 full weeks off every year. On the days that we open at 8 a.m., we're done at 3. When we're open till 7 p.m., we don't start till noon. My team loved that as well. Other than one person covering the phones, they all got plenty of time, even on work days, to get things done midweek while most of their friends were stuck working 9 to 5. This 2-week schedule simply repeats, as you see it, 26 times per year. Now, if you have 2 doctors in your practice, I'd still urge you to use this. Simply assign doctor number 1 the week 1 schedule, doctor number 2 gets the week 2 schedule, and then next week, just reverse it. With 2 doctors, you'll have a doctor and team in the office 6 days per week, every week. Plus, each of your doctors gets to take 26 full weeks off per year, while the patients can choose from any of 6 available days to see their doctor. It's truly a win-win. In a moment, a simple but critical verbal skill your team must deploy in order to pull this off. But first, let's take a quick look at the effect on your net profit, your income, when you reduce your overhead by just 10%. Let's say, for example, your overhead is 70% of collections. You're keeping 30 cents on every dollar. If you reduce your overhead from 70% to 60%, the extra 10 cents you're keeping on every dollar collected, that represents a 33% increase in your income. What if your overhead's 80%? Well, you're keeping just 20 cents on the dollar. So reducing your overhead from 80% to 70%, keeping an extra dime for every dollar collected, that means a 50% increase in profit. Now, whether you're watching this during a global recession or financial boom time, you'll take home more profit after you read my free report, 4 Ways to Get Your Overhead Under Control and Boost Your Net Income. It's less than a 10-minute read. Get your free report at freegem1.com. That's freegem, then the numeral 1, freegem1.com. There's a link in the description below. Gem number 1, a critical team verbal skill. Although you and I know it's far from the truth, the lay public thinks that we as dentists have it way too easy and we're making way too much money. So we don't want to inadvertently have our team add fuel to that fire. When Mrs. Jones asks, "Could Dr. Smith see me this coming Thursday?" tell your team not to say, "Oh, Dr. Smith only works every other Thursday." Instead, have them say, "Let me take a look. No, I don't have any openings this Thursday, but I do have the following Thursday, 8 a.m. or 3 p.m. Which would be better for you?" And because you've stayed to the end, I have a gift for you. How would a $300,000 increase in annual revenue change your practice? And how about change your life? Over the last 20 years, Elizabeth and I have made Freedom Summit, aka GG12 coaching, available for dentists who've shown a commitment to serving your patients at the very highest level and an environment where your team members can thrive and a level of practice that rewards you with the financial freedom to live the life and the lifestyle about which you've only dreamed. Your journey begins with one step, the roadmap to success. This is a process through which you'll learn about your practice and the hidden opportunities right under your feet. During the roadmap to success journey, we'll be able to point out specific, untapped opportunities in your practice and dive deep into the details, including the as-of-yet untapped financial opportunity in your practice. Your gift? After our analysis of your practice, you'll have a 90-minute complimentary one-on-one roadmap to success consultation. It's during that consultation that you'll gain a clear vision of what Freedom Summit could do for you, and it's at that point we'll be able to make a determination whether or not we feel that your practice is a good match for the program. If we agree there's interest and opportunity, and that we're a good fit for each other, we'll invite you to complete an application to the program. Regardless of the result of that meeting, you'll know exactly where in your practice the biggest opportunities lay waiting to be mined. Following your complimentary Roadmap to Success consult, you'll receive a detailed step-by-step written analytic report. If you'd like to get the very most out of your practice and your life, as well as create financial freedom for yourself and for your family, take the very first step, your complimentary Roadmap to Success. Learn how Freedom Summit coaching could change your life and your lifestyle. Go to gems12.com, that's GEMS, then the numeral 12, gems12.com. There's a link in the description below. Do you have a gem that you use to keep it fresh and fight burnout? If so, let me know in the comments below. I read and respond to every comment personally. And remember, you're only one gem away.